Good morning, everyone. My name is Andrew Hall. You may call me Dr. Kennard. This is the Disappointed Cat Morning Show. I hope everyone's doing well this morning. I am doing well. Before we start off talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene, so much to talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene. I just want to say that there's no show tomorrow. So no show, no morning show, the 9 to 9:25 show, and no open room tomorrow. I am up to here in work I have to get done. Only Sky, the secret project that's no longer really secret, is launching in a couple of days, like a hard launch. And so I got to get my ducks in a row. And I just want to remind you that I am a writer. I do the righties things. And so I have to divide my time basically between this space and doing my serious comedy writing. So no show tomorrow, everyone. I do want to say before getting into Marjorie Taylor Greene too, if I was Vladimir Putin, if I was President Putin, president of the Russian Federation, I would grab land right around now, right around New Year's. I would do a Tet Offensive. For those of you too young to remember the Tet Offensive, it was during the Vietnamese New Year, during the Vietnam War, during the Vietnam conflict. And basically the North Vietnamese, the Viet Cong, did a surprise, quote unquote, surprise attack, had planned it for months. And yeah, even though you're saying, Andy, Putin's already taken troops off the border of Ukraine, and he's having this conversation with, talking with President Biden. But I'm just saying, if I was Putin and if I was really going to grab a slice of Ukraine so that there was a land corridor between the Crimea and Mother Russia, it would be within the next 48 hours. And the thing is, if I were him, I would also wouldn't take too much land either. So I could say afterwards, hey, I could have taken a lot more. You're lucky I didn't. We'll see what happens in the new year. That's just my opinion. Marjorie Taylor Greene, tell me if I'm wrong, everyone. She has never met a dog whistle that she didn't blow. What's that? You feel bad for the whistle? Yeah, you should feel bad for the whistle. What a horrible joke that was. Let's take a look at the story. Links in the description below, everyone. Marjorie Taylor Greene tells fellow Republicans to stop wishing people a happy Kwanza. It's a fake religion. It's not a religion. It's a holiday. For evangelical Christians, white evangelical Christians, if there's something they don't understand, if it's something that they don't like, it has to be anti-Christian, right? It just has to be. It has to be something foreign. I'm surprised she didn't call Kwanza Satanist, to tell you the truth. And here she is in her "We invade Poland at dawn" pose, her, the Nuremberg rally pose, looking off into the distance. Yeah, there's a lot of World War II references. I'm dropping a lot of those down on you this morning, and I'm sorry. But let's get to the story. This is about a tweet, of course, because we all know how fascists love to be on Twitter to get their people agitated. So the college Republicans, the only thing that they were doing is that wishing you a happy and prosperous Kwanzaa. How is that controversial? So Marjorie Taylor Greene needing to blow that whistle, everyone. Yeah, I'm gonna drive that metaphor into the ground. Needing to blow that whistle, said, "Stop. It's a fake religion created by a psychopath. You aren't bringing in new voters. You are turning them away. People are tired of pandering and BS." So once again, Kwanzaa is not a religion. What does it celebrate, though? During the holiday, families and communities organize activities around the 7 principles. I'm just going to pronounce the words that I can't pronounce with this. They celebrate unity, self-determination. You see, everyone, Marjorie Taylor Greene is not in favor of black-skinned people having self-determination. So I could see how she would have issues with that. Collective work and responsibility, cooperative economics, creativity, purpose, and faith. Participants celebrate with feasts, music, dance, poetry, narratives, and end the holiday with a day dedicated to reflection and recommitment to the 7 principles and other central cultural values. And this is from the official Kwanzaa website. It's difficult to be against that if you're a reasoning person, and especially since this holiday was created during the mid-60s, 1960s, when there were few cultural institutions that were favorable to people who were Black here in the States, that they felt the need. There was a need to have their own celebrations and something to celebrate their own cultural history when they were living in a white supremacist state. Yes, that makes perfect sense. Okay, so this is here. More. Although the college Republicans didn't reply to Greene's tweet about Kwanzaa, the group has retweeted a number of posts about the festival from other Republican groups, and included a link to former President Trump's 2019 Kwanzaa message. Bilotti and I send greetings to those observing Kwanzaa both in the U.S. and around the world. Trump's presidential message said, Kwanzaa is an opportunity to foster deeper cultural understanding and build stronger bonds of mutual respect and friendship between all Americans. Marjorie Taylor Greene, just trying to get some media attention. That's all. She's up for re-election, of course, next year. So she's just trying to keep her base agitated. 41 comments. A lot of comments, yeah. And if you're watching on Twitter, more than likely, if you're commenting on Twitter, I won't be able to see them. Come on over to YouTube, and then I'll be able to see your comments, and then we could have a conversation, or you could have a conversation with other people in the chat. Checking out the chat right now. Dr. Osiris, I have no idea what Kwanzaa was until the Futurama episode, and still have no idea exactly what it is yet. Yeah. Good morning, Jessi Bear. Good morning. Hope you're doing well. Checking out the chat, seeing how everyone is here. Someone called her. Wow. Okay, so Scapegoat is Scary. It said someone called her Marjorie Taylor Greene. I still think it's funny too. I'm going to let that pass. I'm going to give that a thumbs up. I think Marjorie Taylor Greene is helping America make up for its current bigotry deficit. This is true. This is what Marjorie Taylor Greene is working for making America bigotrier again, more bigotrous. I don't know what those words would be. All right. What's up, Dr. Osiris? Good to see you here. Sean, good morning. Marjorie Taylor Greene is a stunt double for Dog the Bounty Hunter. Well said. Well said. Far better than my World War II German Wehrmacht, references. Good morning, Tobin Templeman. All right, you want to do the next story? We should do the next story, everyone. Okay, so it's a slow news cycle. So a lot of these are like puff pieces, but they are strange puff pieces too. I'm sure the real news will start up again pretty soon. Ozzy Osbourne will launch more than 9,000 non-fungible token bats as a nod to his 1982 bat biting moment. Ozzy Osbourne apparently feels like he needs to make some more money. So he's going to be selling, as the title of this piece says, 9,000 non-fungible token bats. The Prince of Darkness is headed to the world of NFTs, Ozzy Osbourne announced Monday. I'm sorry if you hear that in the background. That's my cat Biscuit playing with a plastic fork that's on the ground. That's what you're hearing in the background. Ozzy Osbourne announced Monday he will be releasing 9,666, number of the beast, Joe, digital bats into the NFT world in January. Each of the bats, called Crypto Bats, has been uniquely designed from the mind of Osbourne and NFT creator Sutter Systems. An NFT, for those of you who don't know what it is, a non-fungible token is a piece of data that verifies you maintain ownership of a digital item like artwork, a meme, a tweet, or in this case, a pixelated image of a bat. The Prince of Darkness chose to use bats as his NFT initiation in a nod to his infamous 1982 concert in Des Moines, Iowa, during which he stuck a bat in his mouth and bit its head off on stage, shocking the audience with a stomach-churning act. Okay. Osborne's NFT bats aren't biteable, but they have a one-time ability to bite back at other NFTs that exist. Every crypto bat holds an innovative power, the ability to bite an NFT from a different blue chip project and create a mutant bat that shares the DNA of both tokens, the website says. The 73-year-old rock star changed his Twitter profile photo to reflect one of the crypto bats, designed to appear like Osborne with his recognizable round glasses, gold chain, and black hair. Osborne's entrance, blah, blah. People just, at some point, we're in the very early stages of NFTs. I know a little bit about NFTs. My buddy Jack Maturko, when, my co-host on this channel, when we do these little bits in the evening, when I drop down these videos, he knows much more about NFTs and crypto than I do. But yes, they are actually, this is what I will tell you about NFTs. And if you're an artist, then they are revolutionary. And I'm not going to BS you about this either, because with an NFT, an artist can sell the NFT. And this is the problem with art in general. And many of you already know this who are artists. Once you sell your piece of art, you're never going to make money from that piece of art again, more than likely, right? That's a one-time deal. With a non-fungible token, you can write in its program that you will always get, let's say, a certain percentage of future sales. Once again, you can put it into the program, into the token, that if it gets sold again, you will get a certain percentage of future sales. So not only if I'm an artist and I sell a piece of my artwork, I get the initial price, but if that person sells my artwork, if it goes up in price dramatically, I can still get a piece of the action. It's a pretty good deal. And if you are a creator in this space, you should be keeping an eye on non-fungible tokens. All right. Who would have thought I'd go from Marjorie Taylor Greene to talking about the art space and how useful non-fungible tokens are? That's what you come to expect on the Disappointed Cat Morning Show. What's up, Theo? Glad to see that you're here. Okay. This is the time for the halftime. Ellen said, let's be kind to each other just before having everyone fired. Comedians, we are a squirrely lot. That's what we are. Okay. You want to do some cats? This is the halftime Tommy Rub show where I say things like, please hit the like button. I'm supposed to be saying these things, but I never do really, except for now. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. If you're over on Twitter and you like what you see, if you're on Facebook and you like what you see, come on over. Hit the like button. Maybe, perhaps. Once again, no ads on this channel. Don't do ads. We don't do ads on this show in particular. So, hey, any shekels, any pennies, any dollars that you can contribute would be lovely. If you become a YouTube member, that's great. If you become a patron, that's great. I have PayPal and Venmo information down there in the description, not in my pants, but in the description. Everyone, let's do a cat video. A quick.
This thing's got 3 speeds. Here, there, and gone. It's got the power of infinity and beyond.
I love the cats with the short little legs. I think they're adorable. That's just me. That's just my preference. Biscuit, my cat, has normal sized legs. Just to let you all know. All right, so let's talk about Joe. We're going to have to talk about Joe Rogan for a minute or two, right? Not for long. But as we have been covering on this show, that Joe Rogan, he's pro-ivermectin. He's anti-vaccine. He doesn't call himself an anti-vaxxer, but he just promotes anti-vaccine misinformation, right? Don't cry for me, Joe Rogan. he reportedly cancels a show over Canada's COVID-19 vaccine requirements. I have to tell you, Canada looks pretty good in this whole scenario that Joe Rogan had to cancel because of vaccine requirements in Canada. Podcaster Joe Rogan has canceled a Vancouver show that has already sold out after complaining about COVID-19 vaccine requirements in Canada. You see, everyone, for those of you in the States, and I know that we have a wide international audience here on the show in terms of people who are in the chat, people who watch, is that for those of you in the States, other countries that have functional systems, that have functional governments, can say things like, federally speaking, you've got to have vaccine. You got to have a vaccine to get into the country or to perform or to get large groups of people together, especially during Omicron, especially when the rates are going through the roof. Right? That just makes sense. Rogan recently said on his popular podcast, The Joe Rogan Experience, that although he had sold out shows scheduled on April 20th in Vancouver, I don't think that's going to happen because he has not gotten a COVID-19 vaccine and doesn't plan to. Rogan previously recovered from COVID-19, but the CDC says those who have had the coronavirus, who's had it, should still get vaccinated. We know, everyone, that if you've gotten the coronavirus, you have antibodies built up from fighting the virus off. But of course, those antibodies disappear over time. You're not going to have those antibodies from fighting off the coronavirus for what? After 3 months? I think it's been 3 months since Mr. Rogan's gotten COVID. On his show, Rogan has suggested that healthy young people shouldn't get vaccinated against COVID-19, a recommendation that drew criticism from President Biden's chief medical advisor, Dr. Anthony Fauci. After contracted COVID-19, Rogan said in September he was taking the unproven treatment ivermectin. The only people that are supporting ivermectin are quacks. We've talked many times on this channel about what the scientific consensus is, what scholarly consensus is. I can speak words with my mouth. Scholarly consensus is, and it's pretty clear from peer-reviewed studies that ivermectin does not work on coronavirus. You got a parasite? Maybe it'll work on a parasite, but not in any way with coronavirus. Let's see. Rogan said he was taking the unproven treatment ivermectin in his preparation for human consumption and not the horse dewormer version, as was widely reported, which the FDA says shouldn't be used to treat the coronavirus. Rogan said he is not an anti-vax person, which, that's a lie, because if it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck, then it's a duck. If you don't get the vaccine, if you support anti-vaccine propaganda, then guess what? You're an anti-vaxxer, Joe Rogan. And this is the problem with Rogan, is that he's a crappy humanist and he's a crappy skeptic. Rogan said he's not an anti-vax person, and in an October discussion with CNN's Dr. Sanjay Gupta, he claimed he almost got vaccinated but missed his appointment. Wow. I almost did the right thing, but I didn't. I almost did the right thing, but continued to use my platform to basically help kill people, because that's what you're doing, Joe Rogan. What you are doing, Joe Rogan, is being complicit in the murder or the unnecessary deaths of millions of people, right? And it isn't just the people who are getting coronavirus and dying. It's the people who can't obtain medical treatment because people are jamming up the hospitals because they're unvaccinated and getting coronavirus. If you're not angry about this, I'm not doing my job. That's what I think. If you're not angry about this, I don't think I'm doing my job. Checking out the chat. Oh, hey, someone gave me money, and that's a super chat. I always forget to talk about super chats too, which is a big problem. I have so many problems. Sean, thank you very much. I forget to talk about super chats. That is a way. Thank you very much. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too. Bats have had their revenge on humans, Theo. You're right about that. Oh, Jessi Bear. Hit like and show Biscuit you care. Biscuit's very invested in how many likes we get on this channel too, by the way. Am I going to be dropping some videos over the weekend? Yeah. I'm going to be dropping some Biscuit videos. I have a steady cam now I got for Christmas. I'm going to be playing around with that. I got some good stuff. That's why I'm taking Friday off, to tell you the truth. I got to do some writing. I got to crank out some short, funny video content. I got a lot of stuff going on. But thank you once again, Sean, for the $20. Functional federal government with that would be nice. I know that's ideal. That's like a dream here, right? BigZebra.com says, I propose a new law. If you refuse to get vaccinated, you have to wear one of those old-timey beanies with a propeller on top so that you can be easily identified. That's right. Sure, why not? Why not go with a beanie? I would go for you with that. Well, you know what? I am a one-person, this is it. I do have Wes does give me some help every once in a while. I will tell you that. I'm starting a new Twitter account for Only Joking, which is the comedy section of Only Sky, which is soon going to be the world's largest secular site when it launches officially in a couple of days. So thank you, Wes. Okay. I'm just going to throw another cat video down. Look at this. It's already 22 minutes into the show. To throw another cat video down before we put a bow on this.
Excuse me, sir. I've been wondering if you've found Jesus.
Oh my god. He's missing? What?
I'm going to show it again because I like it so much.
Excuse me, sir. I've been wondering if you've found Jesus.
Oh my god. He's missing? What?
Now I enjoyed that. I hope you did too, everyone. So I'm going to wish you all right? I really like that. So hey, everyone, we're doing the show at 9:30 to 10:30. If you want to be on the panel, click on the link below. Once again, no shows tomorrow. I gotta get my work hat on, because this is the thing, right? When I take a day off, it's really just taking a day off from one activity, from one type of work, to focus on another piece of the work. All right. I'm going to drop the thank you video for patrons, YouTube members, and I'm going to see you at 9:30, hopefully, right? We'll see each other at 9:30. All right. I'm going to do this and do that, and then I'll see you at 9:30.